guys have children? Okay. I'm going to show you guys a video now.
More gun violence in Oakland as a young boy is shot and killed last night on the city's east side. Gabriel Martinez Jr. was killed while helping his parents at their taco truck. ABC 7's Lisa Mingolesian is live from where it happened. And Lisa, you talked to his family today.
Of course, they are devastated, as are so many in this community. In fact, people have been coming by to this growing memorial all day long. Gabriel Martinez Jr. is Oakland's 109th homicide of the year. So does the frustration. Gabrielito is the third child under the age of 6 to be murdered in Oakland since August. 3-year-old Carlos Nava was killed by a drive-by shooter while riding his toy truck on August 8th. And on December 9th, 23-month-old Hiram Lawrence Jr. died after being shot during a gang-related shootout.
We're in crisis. Our city's in crisis.
Okay. Can this have been prevented? Not necessarily, but my point I'm trying to pursue after showing you this video is anybody could be a victim to gun violence. Okay? So today we'll be talking about the right to conceal weapons. First will be the problem, gun violence. Second, illegal guns on the streets. And third, right to carry concealed weapons. I'll begin by explaining how gun violence is a serious problem. The problem with guns has always been a problem, not only in the United States, but all over the world. It has taken many innocent lives, and still many criminals committing these crimes are not charged and out in the streets. Gun violence in America is a serious problem. There are various situations and personal stories where a gun has ruined someone and someone's family. It's obvious that guns flow through the streets fairly easily and are not easily traceable to find suspects, leaving them to feel like criminals can go and keep killing them. According to the Brady campaign to prevent gun violence, every day in America it is estimated that 300 people are shot or killed with a gun every day, which means that every year 109.5 thousand people die because of a gun. At any possible moment and at any possible place, these situations involving a criminal and a gun can cause you to be in a life or death situation. Why are these crimes occurring every day? Well, gun violence doesn't just begin with the shooter himself. Guns are always on the street and anybody is capable to own one. There are hundreds of ways for getting guns illegally, out on the streets through legal actions. One instance can be through cops who cheat their own system and sell guns to civilians at a high price. Another instance would be for someone obtaining a gun permit and buying guns and selling them also at a high price to non-criminals and criminals. Finally, these instances are only a few of the ways that people can obtain illegal weapons. A family man might own a gun for protection of his family, but a criminal will own a gun to commit crimes. Gangs, the economy are all factors of why criminals own guns. Since the flow of guns in the streets is nearly impossible to stop, and there are obviously more Americans who are unable to defend themselves, and there is policemen to protect them, it questions us how safe we really are in America. It is very obvious what the only solution that could possibly stop gun violence, or at least limit the crime rates because of guns to a much smaller number. The government should give the right to carry concealed weapons to all Americans who are able to obtain them. And before I begin with that point, carrying a concealed weapon is carrying a weapon, but is hidden. So you do not know who is carrying a weapon, or yeah. Okay, so the government has all the power to make guns available to all American citizens. Of course, there should be rules on who can obtain a gun, such as being 18 and not having a criminal record. According to James T. Torr, to get a license, a potential gun owner must typically pass an exam on gun safety. Also required are comprehensive background checks of individuals seeking to purchase guns, including any history of criminal or mental incapacity. It is obvious that not everybody can carry a concealed weapon, but in a typical family with children, both mother and father should be able to carry a weapon to protect their children. It is important for American citizens to be safe, especially when the Second Amendment was intended for citizens to have the right to bear arms. Sheldon Richmond states that the original intent of the Second Amendment was to protect the rights of of states to maintain militias. Today, the problem is not to maintain militias, but rather to stop gun violence on innocent people and even criminals themselves. Most neighborhoods have a neighborhood watch, but they are unable to protect themselves when they can't even carry a concealed weapon when they are outside of the yard, for example. A right to carry a concealed weapon can possibly stop that. You guys can fix this problem. If you or anybody you know has been harmed by gun violence, you should certainly help by putting your word in persuading the government to pass the violence. You should certainly, right to bear arms to all American citizens for their own safety and yours. We all deserve to live a life in America and not give anybody an opportunity to take it away from us. Gun violence can be solved if everyone is given the opportunity to defend themselves against criminals. I hope that I have changed your views on gun control and have you understand that the right to carry concealed weapons is an important factor for everybody to be safe. Hopefully today we have covered the problem of gun violence, how guns are out in the streets illegally, and how we could possibly pass the right to carry concealed weapons for all American citizens. I have been a victim of gun violence myself. I've been shot at 3 times, my house has been shot at, I've been robbed at gunpoint, and I've even lost my cousin not too long ago for the cause of a gun.
Yeah.